If you're seeing this video, today is February 6th, 2022. If you're familiar with the first video I posted in 2020 on YouTube about the corrupt cops of the 32nd District, which is West Texas, this is about the same thing. After getting feedback on that first video, I realized I made it too long. I haven't contacted attorneys or authority figures to watch it. I didn't want them getting bored before they got to the point and proof of the video. If you're an attorney after watching this video and you want to contact me to talk about representing me, to have this case overturned and file a civil rights lawsuit that I truly believe merits almost a $4 million lawsuit, and that's just for the 4 years in prison. Ain't got nothing to do with the 7 years of parole that I got, and I've got only 3 years left. I can be contacted at sean.keene1963@gmail.com. Terry Keene can be contacted at Alan Keene, ALANKEEN, 2423@gmail.com. I'm going to start at the very beginning. I went to court in 2006 on a drug-related case. The district clerk, Sharon Hammonds, this is her signature. Right here. That's Sharon Hammonds' signature, right there, y'all. There's not a handwriting expert in the world that'll dispute the signatures I'm about to show y'all. Sharon Hammonds put it in my paperwork that I had to register as a sex offender. Right there, y'all. Sexual registration does apply. After finding out about this, a pro-Nuktuk motion was filed, and the Honorable Glenn Harrison, right here's the Honorable Glenn Harrison's signature, y'all, says sexual registration does not apply, okay? This was no accident. They done Terry Keene this way 5 months earlier. Right here is Terry Keene's court judgment. Same courtroom, same DA, same sheriff. Patrick Toombs put Sharon Hammonds up to doing this. And once again, there's Sharon Hammonds' signature right there, y'all. And in his paperwork, Sharon Hammonds abused her authority and fabricated false court documents intentionally and had Terry Keene registered as a sex offender. When parole asked Terry why he had to register as a sex offender, that's how we found out about this. A pro-Nuktuk motion was filed, and once again, there's the Honorable Glenn Harris's signature right there. And the Honorable Glenn Harris said that sexual registration does not apply. That's fabricated false court documents by what's supposed to have been the district clerk, and her oath, like everybody else's oath in all of Mitchell County, means nothing. I'm glad, I swear, I'm glad I never voted for none of these people, because I'm going to tell y'all something, citizens of Mitchell County. Man, your vote don't matter. Man, y'all got something really to be proud of with Patrick Toombs being your sheriff. Unbelievable. All right, that was in 2006. Let's fast forward to 2014. Same people. Same people. I was arrested for 2 misdemeanor assault cases. Both of them are lies. One on November 13th and one on December 20th. On November 13th, my girlfriend left at 1 and didn't come home till 1. I didn't let her in the house. She filed a report on me, come home the next day and lived with me for 2.5 months and never told me she filed a charge. This girl right here on December 20th said that she was thrown out the back door. What the cops didn't know and know now is this girl, the first girl, and another gentleman was there as a witness that I never touched her. I just made her leave. And she is willing to testify, the second girl, Kim Bynum, that she filed a false police report because she was brokenhearted. Now, an agreement between 2 or more persons to commit a crime or accomplish a legal purpose through illegal action. That's the second definition of conspiracy. All of these people put Kelsey Alexander up to fabricating all these false evidence I'm about to read to you and show you her signature on these documents. And then you get to hear the whole conversation between me and my girlfriend, which is different in this video. I didn't put the whole conversation in the first video, proving that her statements are lies and given under oath. That's a felony. Those are several counts of perjury. And the whole conversation with Terry King, that the statements about that phone call are several counts of perjury. Right here is a case out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, where Brandon McFadden and Jeff Henderson and 5 others were sent to the penitentiary for lying on Larry Barnes and his daughter for an indictment. What I don't understand is, why should the crooked peace officers of Oklahoma be sent to the penitentiary for lying to a grand jury in a conspiracy along with 5 others, and not the peace officers of Texas? Is there something special about being a cop in Texas that gives them the right to lie on people under oath and commit the felony offense against the peace and dignity of the state of Texas, perjury? Because if there is something that's special about being a cop in Texas that protects them from going to prison, everybody needs to come to Texas and become a cop. I'm going to read you the 3rd paragraph in this letter from Kenneth Leggett, my court-appointed lawyer who covered all of this up and acted as a co-conspirator, who's now a judge. Okay? The small little one right here. I'm going to read this to y'all. Kenneth Leggett wrote this. Look at that date. September 25th, 2014. About 2 weeks after I signed for time as him as my court-appointed attorney. I told you on several occasions about the written material. That means Kenneth Leggett knew all about it. And the reason he's saying he told me on several occasions is because he knew how serious it was. If it was normal procedure, there was nothing wrong with it, there would be nothing to talk about it. But he knew they lied and did it under oath and fabricated false evidence and submitted it to the grand jury. That's why the indictment is still the charging instrument today, because he covered it up until I discovered it. His office accidentally mailed me all of this. That's how I got all of this. And it gets uglier, just like the first video. Right there is Kenneth Leggett's name, circled. This is my court judgment for tampering with a witness. Okay? He knew they fabricated false evidence for this indictment. That's a civil rights violation. My 14th Amendment, due process. Okay? I'm going to keep this shit clean. I'm going to keep it to the point. When I got out of prison, I asked Rick Grisham, the judge, for a copy of the document he and I signed the day that he charged me and set the bond. He, 4.5 months before I was indicted, is the judge that charged me and set the bond. And I wrote him a letter and I asked him for a copy of that document. And he wrote back and had Rachel Wynn, his secretary, tell me that she couldn't give me that document, the recipients to serve copy of the indictment. I didn't ask for that document. Because the reason he wrote that, or had her type that, is because he knows that this document right here, that has his signature on it, right there with my signature, proves he's the judge that listened to them phone calls, set the bond, and charged me. And his signature proves that he signed Kelsey Alexander's statements. Knowing never lies. All right, here we go. This right here is an arrest document. This arrest document is signed once again by Rick Grisham, the judge. Rick Grisham and Kelsey Alexander fabricated all this paperwork. Okay? And the phone call that this paperwork is about, you're about to hear the whole phone call. Okay? Bear with me. I want to make sure all of this is right. Here we go. Just like the first time, only you get to hear the whole conversation this time. That proves these statements are nothing but felony offenses. (9-2) on the flash drive.
English, enter your resident ID number.
This phone call got me charged with tampering with a witness. It is not illegal in the penal code book to tell somebody to drop charges. If it was illegal, it would be in the penal code.
Call, press 2. You have $10.00. To make a prepaid call, press 1. To add a prepaid card balance to your account, press 2. Enter the PIN number from your prepaid card.
This girl was drunk when she lied. And in this phone call, you will hear me remind her of the day I made the second girl leave. They didn't know she was a witness.
Please wait while I connect your call. Your party has answered. Please hold for acceptance. Hello. This is an Infinity operator calling from Mitchell County Jail with a free call from... To accept this call, press 1. To decline this call, press 2. All phone calls are subject to monitoring and recording. You have 15 minutes available for this call.
This phone call is 15 minutes long, y'all.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not.
Okay,
This turned real ugly real quick on me.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't know you filed charges on me. I wish you would have told me.
I didn't. You know, son, I didn't. Honestly, I didn't.
I believe you.
Son, you must have just fought so bad in the yard and then come out.
Baby, Courtney,
But
I need you to do me a favor.
what?
I need you to talk real clear so I can understand you.
Okay. Want me to do some of what, okay?
Okay, you're on my visitation list. You know that, right?
No, I didn't figure you'd be
Okay.
You told me about him.
This is all I need you to do.
Okay.
Go to Kelsey and tell her you don't want to file charges. If they perceive the charges, just don't show up for court. When they tell you the court date is, just don't show up. If you do show up, just tell them you can't recall, you don't remember, you was drunk. I don't give a fuck. Listen, this is gonna put.
I'm gonna.
This could put me back in the pen for 5 more years. For 5 years. Because somebody I care about me and you had a fight. I should not hit you. I know that. And me, you know I'll never hit you again. The night that Benjamin the Mirror proved that. We ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about that. I love you. And I know where your heart's at. You ain't even gotta say it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I need you to do. Either go to Kelsey, and I need you to talk to Kim, because Kim filed on me too. Remember that day when you come get your crystal ball and I made her leave?
Yeah.
She filed on me. I got two domestic violence cases pending against me. Parole put a hold on me.
I thought it was you anyways.
Fuck!
Before any of that ever happened, I thought you had a blue one.
Say it again?
I thought you had a blue warrant before that happened.
No, I didn't have no blue warrant. If I would have had a blue warrant, they would have arrested me on my next parole visit. No, I didn't get the blue warrant until they served these warrants and the blue warrant at the same time. The parole officer was standing there waiting on me.
Oh, they said
And then huh?
And yours? Or the warrant?
Yeah, they served your warrant, they served Kim's warrant, and they served the blue warrant at the same time. Fuck.
The only reason I'm not even telling you is just very hard. You know, see, it's very hard when you get out and you don't do what you said you wanted so much other times, you know?
I didn't understand you.
You have two beautiful daughters, and you give them
You can't do nothing for me here.
I understand that's what you do is stop the madness and stuff. You know what it's called?
I know.
So, one woman,
I can't leave without you, though.
I'm sure that whatever decision that you do is raise your very okay?
Listen to me.
You don't know what to do.
Listen to me. Listen to me. I only got a $10 calling card. I ain't got no money on my books. Larry didn't put no money on my books like he said he would. Will you come up here tomorrow or Sunday?
I don't even have a vehicle.
If Larry comes and gets you, will you ride with him?
I'm not sure.
Okay, then we'll ride.
I
got a letter. Your address is 1671?
Yeah.
Okay, there's a letter coming out. It went out yesterday. It's coming to you.
I'm not there, man.
Where you at?
Yeah, when you buy a truck, I didn't start there. I get bouncing around.
God damn it, baby. Damn it.
You know, I can't really. I'm in my underside. I can't go see you.
Oh, there's no way you. Where are you at right now?
Me?
Yeah.
Honestly?
Jim. Here's Jim. Where?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm in post.
Okay. Listen to me.
What?
With all my heart, I love you. You still there?
Is there anything that I need to do for you? Maybe you need to go check on your house abandoned or, you know.
No, Terry's supposed to be there, but he's a roach. And he's, I'm sure he's trashing it. I'm sure it's filthy. But because this church is from you and Kim, and he don't believe that you love me anymore, he won't let you in. You might be able to talk your way into it. I don't know. I don't even know his number.
It's not my place, okay?
Huh?
That's not my place to do that. I'm tired of dealing with them. And I'd rather walk inside to death than to have any more shit. Or have anything else over my head.
I've never held nothing over your head. Not me. Hang on. I gotta get this. Okay, listen. I just wanted to let you know where I'm at. I just want to let you know that I'm so in love with you still. And I wanted to let you know what you got to do. If they contact you to show up for court, what you got to do, just don't show up.
What about,
Huh?
Tim's not gonna drop one, I'm sure.
I didn't hear you.
I said, Tim's not gonna drop one, I'm sure.
Courtney, if you can get a hold of her,
She didn't like it.
I don't know. I mean, maybe she wants, maybe, but I'm just letting you know where I'm at and why I haven't been able to get hold of you. You know, I took off work the other day to come see you, and then y'all pulled up in my driveway.
Who you saw?
Huh?
Who you saw?
You and Terry. Terry said you was in the truck. Remember the day you told me you was going horseback riding?
I tried to catch up with her on the phone. I'm not sure what she said.
Oh, you told me you was going horseback riding. You said if I can get a break from work to come up and see you. And so I just took... What, baby?
What's that, your truck?
Larry's got my truck at his house. And Larry took Buddha and the red bike to his house. And all my leathers.
My parents got on mine, just got on my shit and kept it again.
God damn it. Listen to me, Courtney. Courtney, listen to me. I get out of here. Will you marry me and just stay with me? I will never touch you.
No.
Okay, then put this like this. When I get out, will you give let me put it to you like this. When I get out, will you give me 1 hour over dinner? Stop.
No.
Is that a deal? 1 hour over dinner.
Well, I'm not here starving and sticking those fucking country. You don't give a goddamn. Of course I'll give you like 30 times. You know, I'm not stupid.
Oh, what'd you just say?
I want you. You don't give a shit if that doctor doesn't die out here. So, why should I?
Did you just say I don't give a shit?
You're the one that taught me that. You don't care, why should I?
Courtney, did you just say I do not give a shit?
I know you do, but
Courtney, please listen to me, princess. I told you there's many years to learn me and many years to learn you. Now, you said you've never learned more from anybody than you have from me. And there's a lot more to learn from each other. Baby, do not put a stop on me, or you will throw away Picture Perfect.
Picture Perfect. Okay. You told me how much you wanted me to tell me. Look, you want to what? Tell me so I would feel secure. You would kind of take your house and do this and do that. And I've heard so much talking and I love to hear it. There's no air. Anything else. Not young. Harry. Not young.
Courtney, I've been broke. And me, you've been... Listen to me.
I never asked you for that.
No. It's not about money. Courtney, you never give me 100% of your time at the house. Okay, we're not going to talk about this. We're not. Just promise me this. When I get out, I find you. You give me 1 hour over dinner.
I can't do it. If you're not going to make any sacrifices this time, help me now in the present day, then I'm not going to be there tomorrow. Okay?
I will do anything. Right now I'm in jail. I need you to get a hold of Ty Woods and find out what the fuck it takes to get me up in his courtroom.
I need a meal, I need a fucking bed, and I need a vehicle.
Okay, listen to me. You got Terry's phone number in your phone when he texts you. You call him and you tell him, listen to me, you got to use this name or he won't believe you. Crombie. Crombie said to put me up and tell him, you know where the package is. And okay, listen. The package, the vote pack that he's looking for is in the pot holder. And you call him, you tell him, I said to put you up as long as it takes. Tell him that vote pack is in the pot holder. And he'll know that's the truth, because only you would know it if you, only you could know it.
Okay, it's true. It's not all true.
I love you. Listen to me. I would do anything for you. We have not had a fair shake. We have not had a fair chance to sit down and stay together and be together with a clear understanding of what we expect. Now, don't give up on me. And I ain't going to give up on you, never.
Then we turn around and shitting on one another, right?
Yes, and we're going to stop that right now. We're going to look what it does. Keep your fingers crossed that I just get at worst, ISF 45-day stay, okay? Keep your fingers crossed.
You shouldn't even have to do that. I'm starting to surrender.
I love you. I can't help it. I'm not going to worry about that now. I'm going to worry about tomorrow. Okay?
I would think was on him.
I know. And that's my number one goal.
I can tell.
Cody.
I can tell because every time that you get me going, it fucking comes so fast. I love it. I don't even want it because you lose it. Really? If you sit here and take care of me, do it. You don't need cars, truck, on me. Have a place to live.
And then you go home. You go home to my house right now. Listen to me. The spare keys are the chair that's next to the chair that is next to the fucking electric meter. You know, the chair that you sat in when we played guitar that night? Okay. The material is crisscross. The spare keys to the front door is underneath the crisscrosses. You go home. I love you. And you tell Fat to have Larry up here tomorrow. If he don't believe that shit, you have fucking Larry up here tomorrow. So I can tell Larry yes. Or you go tell Larry I said yes. I don't give a fuck. Everybody listen to me. You listen to me. Everybody knows you live with me. That's your house. Now get your ass home.
You have 1 minute remaining.
What did I tell Larry?
Tell who?
What did I tell Larry?
That I gave you permission. That's why you got the keys. And if you have to call the motherfucking police, you call the police. Because that's your house. I love you. Goodbye.
The keys to the house?
Huh?
Keys to the house?
The keys to the house are in that crisscross material of the chair you sat in when we played guitars on the porch.
I've got the keys to your second, remember?
Baby, I'm talking about the keys to the house, Princess. I'm running out of time.
They're just
You call the police if you have to.
I'm not in the house.
You call the police if they don't let you in the house, and you come up here and you tell them that they won't let you in your house. I love you.
Is it really in the pot holder? The key.
No, not the key. The vote pack.
Is it okay in the police?
Okay, that was the whole conversation between me and my girl. What the cops didn't know was our routine. What they didn't know was we shit on each other. Those were examples. I'm going to read the statements about that phone call that were submitted to the grand jury. And these are signed by Rick Grisham, the judge that listened to these phone calls 4.5 months earlier when he charged me and set the bond. These statements are signed by Kelsey Alexander and Rick Grisham. During the conversation, Keene and King tells Davison to contact me to drop the charges. Then states not to go to court if summoned. And also to state, if called as a witness, that she was drunk and doesn't remember. King then tells Davis through conversations that she can live at his house if she does this. What kind of bullshit is that? King was then brought into Investigator Side's office and seated. Oh, you're fixing to hear this too, okay? So we're going to wait off on this. I never once told Courtney Davison if she summons or subpoenaed. But it don't matter what I said or did not say. What matters is these statements given under oath to the grand jury do not match that conversation. Watch. The next step was they did bring me out of my cell and they did set me in front of a hidden camera. And that is Article 9.3 on the flash drive. Let me get my laptop back up. Gotta do the little code. Nine three. Okay. I'm gonna try and make this where y'all can see it. Let's see if I can get that done.
Hey, Sean. Well, before I say anything, I'm going to advise you of the right to
Okay, this is not gonna
You
work.
have the right to remain silent. Anything you say refuse to mention in court of law. You have the right to talk to an attorney if you can't afford one while being appointed to represent you. Anytime you don't have to answer any questions or make any statements to me or anybody else in here. Do you understand that? Yes, ma'am. Okay, I'm not going to do a lot of questioning. I'm going to shoot straight. So, I get notified that there was a phone call that you made with threats to Courtney.
No threats were made up.
And well, hold on. There, at the beginning of every phone call when you're connecting, there's a statement on there that says the phone call's being monitored.
Correct.
I have the phone call.
Correct.
And, you remember telling her you need to talk to Kelsey and get this dropped?
That wasn't a threat.
Okay, it's called tampering with a witness.
That wasn't a threat. I told her, did you also listen to the statement, Officer Kelsey,
I listened
about
to
giving her the house and telling her she's in charge?
I listened to the whole thing. But when you say something like that,
That's not a threat. That was love.
it's called No, when you say you go to the police and drop the charges, that's tampering with a witness.
No, it's not. It's not in the penal code.
Sarge. If you listen to the rest of it, you'll see what I was telling her. Go home.
I did hear that.
Get
I
off
tried
the
to get
street.
y'all where you can see this.
Let's quit hurting each other.
I did hear that. But I'm pretty much getting you on point and strongly encouraging you.
I didn't mean no harm.
Well, I'm strongly encouraging you to not make statements like that again, because you are getting filed on for tampering.
I didn't do that like that, Sarge. If you listen to it, you'll see where I was showing her care and love. And if you know, we was together Christmas and stuff to Katulia. And she didn't tell me anything about it. If you listen, she said that she didn't file the warrant. And I asked her if you heard it. Why didn't you tell me that? I'm not looking for no more trouble, guys. I was showing her love
and go get the house. I even told the officer, go tell my brother she has authority over the house and he's a guest. I wasn't doing anything wrong.
Well, you did say that. You're right. You said all that stuff. But when you tell the victim
I
of a
didn't know. Please
crime,
don't file another charge, because that's not what my intent was at all. Because she said she didn't, and that's why I was telling her to go tell you whatever needed said to let you know she didn't, because she told me she didn't.
if she didn't, there wouldn't be a
Well,
report.
that's, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking the same thing. But there was no threat there, guys.
Why would you want to tell her don't show up for court, or if you do?
I mean, help me with this.
No,
No.
you listen to me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You tell her not to show up for court, and then you say, and if you do, tell them you don't remember.
Well, I'm trying
That's
to.
trying to tamper with the witness,
Oh.
plain and simple,
I'm
Sean.
just-
Plain and simple. That's about as clear cut as it
Wait a
gets.
minute. Let me say this if I may, sir.
You say what?
Okay. That's not my intent. The rest of the conversation shows I was giving her the house. Letting her know she has a place. Letting her know I love her. None of this is a threat or tampering or anything else illegal.
Like I said, I would strongly. You said
Wait a minute.
that you hit her.
I slapped her. Wait a minute. Let me rephrase. And the warrant says I held her to the ground and punched her in the face. That never happened. That girl would have been in the hospital if I had punched anybody in the face. Even that big cat right yonder. You know what I'm saying? If I punched that little girl in the face, she would have been in the hospital. That's not what happened, officer. None of that. Now,
I'm encouraging you to not make statements
I
like
didn't
that.
mean it like that, Officer Kelsey. You know
Okay,
that.
but I'm going. You know what? The law says one thing, and
My God, I did not
she
mean
hasn't
it like
contacted me.
Well, if you notice, she's in post by the conversation, she said.
She knows how to get a hold of me.
Right. And like I said, if you notice, all I was doing was contacting her, just telling her I love her, just to hear somebody's voice.
You
that got
were
me-
trying to get her to go drop charges.
No.
Sean.
No. Stop, please. Ma'am, please. That's not the intent of that conversation. Officer Kelsey, you know me and Courtney have been together a long time.
Yes, you have.
Okay. You know I'm in SEG. Have been from second one. My only intent was to let her know I love her. I didn't know Perry kicked her out. I didn't know she was on the street. And I wasn't trying to make her do anything. Because I know these phones are recorded. My intent was not, please listen to me.
I am listening.
My intent was nothing illegal at all. It was all out of love and hello. Period.
You told her to go to court and lie on the stand.
That was just a suggestion to help me because it's already on paper. No, not lie. I don't say use the word lie. I said
You
say
said tell him
remember
that
or
you
you're
don't
drunk.
remember or you were drunk.
Well, that was just me throwing out bullshit. But
Well,
tweet what?
you can't do that.
I see that.
You can't.
Okay, I see that. Please, I didn't mean no harm, and there was no intent of saying that to Courtney. And that's the truth of the gospel. I did not mean no
Let me
illegal.
read you something,
Yes, sir.
and then you tell me.
I
If you
know
don't
what I
think
did
it fits
wrong.
this-
No.
If a person commits an offense, if with intent to influence the witness, he offers, confers, or agrees to confer any benefit on a witness, would you agree letting her live in your house would be a benefit? I would. Our prospective witness in an official proceeding
Back up now.
or coerces a witness or prospective witness in an official proceeding to testify falsely. What did you just tell her to do?
Testify falsely.
Absolutely.
But not.
To withhold any testimony. Did you not say that? Yeah. By telling her, I forget. You did
Yeah,
that.
I said yes, sir. But I didn't know. That was just me fishing. No, hold on, Officer Sean. Or Third Agent Sean. Officer Kelsey, you know.
You just committed a third-degree felony the minute you did that. That's all
I
we
didn't
gotta
mean
tell
to.
you.
That's
So the
it.
bottom line here.
Please.
Listen.
I know what you're saying. And I believe you. And he just read it.
Yeah. I mean,
But I
it's-
didn't do it. That was not my intent, officer.
here's,
That was not my intent.
Okay,
Here's-
I understand. You've said that about 100 times.
That
here's
was my intent.
intent really has no bearing when we
Yes,
can
sir.
hear it.
Yes, sir.
Here's our intentions of pulling you in here. It was not to rag you over. Our intentions is to tell you this, point simple.
Yes, sir.
She's gonna file charges on
She
you for
already did.
tampering with witness.
Who?
If you contact her again
I won't.
and try and
Yes,
do
sir.
it again,
I won't. I mean,
it's gonna
can I
be
call her
an
until I love her?
It goes both for her and for Kim. And
Why?
I would suggest,
Itchy.
oh,
Oh, man.
I would suggest not,
I mean, I see what you're saying, and I agree with you. I didn't know this.
because she is a crime victim.
I see what you're saying. Yes, ma'am. I didn't mean no intent of anything illegal. You know, when I heard she was on the street, that broke my heart.
okay.
Period. But besides,
She ain't on the streets. Let me just tell you the
she
truth.
said she was at post bouncing.
Okay.
Well, see, I didn't know that.
She's hired a cat. You had to tell her to slow down and talk where you could understand.
No, sir. Can I say something to that,
Yeah,
please?
you sure can.
And Courtney mumbles all the time.
Well, she never
She-
mumbles whenever I talk to her.
She mumbles all the time.
She don't
And she
when we
ta-
talk.
okay, and she does talk quiet all the time when she mumbles. And that's a fact. But
Okay.
sir, gentlemen, Officer Kelsey, that was not the intent of that phone call.
All right.
Okay.
Please let me
Well,
know. I won't
we
call
have,
her ever again.
okay,
Or
listen,
yes, ma'am.
we have discussed as much as I'm wanting to discuss, because now we're spinning wheels. You have been advised that it is illegal,
Yes, ma'am.
okay?
Yes, ma'am.
If it happens
It
again,
never will.
First off, you will lose all your phone privileges
Yes, sir.
in this jail.
Yes, sir.
I'll see to it
Yes,
that
sir.
day.
I
You
didn't
understand?
mean no intent like this.
Okay.
Both sides.
I'm just telling you, you will lose all of
Yes,
it.
sir. That was not my intent. My intent is in this jail.
We're just making sure you don't do it
Thank you.
again. Okay?
I won't. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. That was not my intent. I did not know those kind of remarks were illegal to that fact or that.
It is.
well, now
That's
you do.
it. Yes,
Now you know.
Now you know,
yes, ma'am.
okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Can't tolerate no more.
Won't have one.
Okay.
Now, she said she was in post. Where is she? Do you know? Is she safe?
It's none of your business.
It's not our job to keep up with her,
It's
Sean.
none of your business. She's
But
a
she
victim
is
of
safe.
a crime that you committed.
I understand that, sir.
We're
But
not
I still
gonna tell
love
you
her and
where
I still
she's at.
care.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, sir.
We're not going to tell you where she's at. She is safe.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, sir. I did not mean no illegal activity or anything like that. None. I didn't, sir.
Now, that's done. We're through. Okay? This is yours. When you get back in the cell, you can read that.
Am I in trouble?
Yeah.
Y'all gonna file this charge on me?
Yeah.
She just
That-
told you she was.
That charge is a done deal. Okay?
Yes, sir.
The other thing that we're going to tell you is you read that,
Hey, he's ready to go back.
and then once you read that, if you decide to tell the truth, you need to contact Sean and I. Because you and your brother and your brother's ex-wife and her boyfriend are all involved in it. And that's all I'm saying.
I hadn't talked to them.
Listen to me. That's all I'm saying.
I would invoke your right to remain silent if I were you.
What is going on?
You go back there. Don't open that till you get back here
Yes, sir.
and you read that, and then you listen. Did you understand exactly what I just said?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's all you need to know. Okay, that's all you need to know. It's a conversation me and Sean had before.
Now, ask you this. I'm being charged with a third-degree felony.
Yes, sir.
For the phone call.
For the tamper with the
That's not what I was doing, guys.
Well, that's what you did. That's what you did. Sean,
I'm
Plain and
sorry.
simple.
Yes, sir.
let's go in here.
Not my intent.
Okay.
I didn't know.
Okay. I'm going to read you what she said I said in that interview. King was brought into investigator side's office seated. I also advised King of his memorandum rights, and he says he understood them. During the interview, King admitted telling Davison to either not be present in court or lie as a witness. Those were examples, but it's true, I did say that. And I did admit to saying that as a witness and admitted that he offered her a benefit. Nowhere in that interview did I ever admit offered her a benefit. Nowhere in the conversation with Courtney Davidson did I ever offer her a benefit. These statements about that interview are a straight, dry lie. Nowhere in that interview did I ever offer her a benefit. Nowhere in that conversation with Courtney Davidson. What the cops did not know, and they say they're detectives and investigators, and they never come ask me about the assault charge. Never. That never happened, period. Making that right there, felony offense is perjury. Okay, that's fine. That's for the Courtney Davidson phone call. Okay? Let's go further on, where Terry King gets involved and his civil rights are violated and he's falsely imprisoned. Okay? Let's go on. This right here is another arrest. I called my brother, and you're fixing to hear that conversation, and then I'm going to read these statements. Once again, from Kelsey Alexander. Okay? Now I can see where things can get twisted in the Courtney Davidson case. I can see that. What the cops knew was she lied about being beat up because they don't have pictures of her. They knew then. S-H-O-V-E-H-E-A-D. They knew she lied. And they still arrested me 2.5 months later. They never asked me our routine. Courtney lived with me. That's why in the phone call, you hear me tell her to go home. Everybody knows she would go from my house to Perry Darnell's house whenever she get mad at me. Okay, watch. Here's the phone call. 10-2. Between me and Terry King, that got Terry King arrested, and they violated his civil rights and committed several counts of perjury. If nothing happens over the Courtney Davidson case, that's fine. That's fine. If nothing ever happens, what about this case? What about this arrest? And what about these felonies? Watch. Colorado City cops are trash. Hang on. Try to get this thing to work. Okay. 10-2. Once again, if nothing comes out of the Courtney Davidson phone call, penitentiary for them lying and everything, that's fine. What about this case? This is a phone call to Terry King. Here it comes.
English, press 1. Para Español, oprima 2. Please enter your resident ID number. Please enter your personal identification number for a prepaid destination or enter the area code. Please wait while I connect your call. Your party has answered. Please hold for billing acceptance. Hello. This is an Infinity operator calling from Mitchell County Jail with a prepaid collect call from
Sean.
To accept this prepaid collect call, press 1. All phone calls are subject to monitoring and recording. You have $34.24.
Hello. Hey. Hey, what you doing, my brother? Well, it's getting harder and harder, bro. God damn it, man. These motherfuckers got me, man. I got a question for your legal knowledge. I'm in here on 2 counts of Class A misdemeanor. Right. Pretty girl done text Larry and said she ain't coming. She ain't testifying against me whatsoever. Mama's, I can't get Larry to get off his ass and go find her. And you know where her dad lives?
Yeah, I remember we went and got the trailer.
Okay. That's her address for doing the same. Larry can't get off his ass and do that. Now, when are you coming to town? Because listen to me, bro, I swear to fucking God, I mean this. I want your ass in and I want your ass out. I can't tell you over the phone why.
I haven't got that. When I left there, I got to go sign for my time. That's when I'm coming back.
When's that?
On the 7th. I've got no money.
Okay.
Mark.
Well, what I'm getting at is, okay, so you're going to come down on the 7th. Reason I'm asking is this. Larry's got my long form physical. He needs to fax it to Nina. Nina needs to fax it to San Antonio or Austin to the DPS CDL driver's license holder. Texas requires my long form physical to be on their file, or they're going to take my CDL away.
We don't want that.
Larry said, listen to me. Larry said, Nina said that he can give it to you when you come. I don't want to wait that long because it's supposed to be done before December was up.
Right. I will get with Larry.
Okay. And you
have
know,
him drop that in the mail because we've got no fax number to go to pick up. Now, Nina's got a fax, but she can send but not receive.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, tell him to put it in the mail. Okay, that's cool.
Now, about, I hated to leave Bandit. I hated to leave.
No, you do. No, everything's good. You did good.
No, it's not good, bro. This shit should never happen.
No, Terry, this shit should not have happened. And what's pissing me off is this. Pretty girl done this shit. Didn't even tell me she done this shit. We're together. We went and spent money and time together at Christmas, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? She couldn't have told me this shit.
Well, I looked for Mamas before I left, and wherever, a couple of people say she might be here, might be there, and I didn't run into her because I wanted to talk to her.
Right. Well, you know where P-Ball's daddy lives?
Yeah.
Okay. That's her address for legal reasons.
When I come down, I know I can use your vehicle, but when I come down, I will be on a bus.
Which makes good sense. Now, what you gonna do? Okay, listen. The bus don't stop in Colorado City no more. You gotta go to Big Springs or get off the mile marker.
I'll start throwing a Caesar shit.
Listen, with a cell phone in my pocket, knowing what I know, that's what I would do. I'd freak the fuck out, scream, stop the bus, it's on fire, whatever. Get off the bus and jump off into Dairy Queen.
Now, JC was supposed to be staying there.
Well,
I don't
JC,
know what
listen to me. If I shot a motherfucker in front of JC, I'd shoot JC too. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I'm just upset. He could have said something because nobody knew.
Like I said, if I shot a motherfucker in front of JC, I'd shoot JC too.
Well, you'd have to.
Because JC's got pussy like a motherfucker. Me and Larry's already talked about this before, about shit coming out of his mouth that should have never. So anyhow, we ain't even talk about shit. Listen to me. Larry's already went and got all my leathers and everything. Larry's gonna pack the whole. Huh?
I'm the one that gave Larry your leathers.
Right. Well, all I'm saying is, I made him go back in and get the rest of them out of the bed. You know, I got 2 drawers at the foot of my bed. He got the rest of them. He got the rest of them. He got my helmet. He got my trench coat, my leather my oilskin dusters and everything out of the closet. Larry's gonna pack up the whole house, put it in storage, and rent the house out. What else can he do? Listen, they charged me with another charge after I got in here. Do you know about that?
What?
I got charged with tampering with a witness. When I called Courtney, I said, "Why didn't you tell me at Christmas? I didn't file no charge on you." So we had this conversation about, you know, getting back together or loving each other, blah blah blah. And I said, "Well, this is the remarks I made," which meant nothing. The goddamn phone call was as innocent as the one we're having right now. Tell him you lied. Tell him you was drunk. Don't show up. Well, Billy Sides and fucking Federal Agent Sean and Chelsea Alexander, the female detective here in town, Chelsea listened to the phone, and it was the first phone call I made after they incarcerated me. She listened to it, she gives it to these 2 cops, and boom, there's a fucking 3rd-degree felony I'm up against. 2-year state jail.
Okay.
Now,
Well,
with that,
talking
we're
to
listening.
Miss Beauty,
Huh?
talking to Miss Beauty, if they do haul her BUT into court, she says she's going to tell you, I don't remember.
Did you talk to her?
Yeah, she come by the house.
Really?
You sent her over there.
Well, see, I didn't know none of this. I thought she never showed up.
Yeah, the potholder.
And did you find the potholder?
You know, just before I left, bro, I use that sucker for cooking and everything.
Okay. So you didn't burn no wood, you didn't burn the house down, you didn't burn your hand.
No.
Okay. So
No, I put 60 on the books before I left.
yes, you did. Thank you. After I go to the store Monday, I'm going to be broke, down to about $20.
You got one more than I got.
Right. So she told you where the new Volt Pack was, and you used it on your Harley.
Yeah.
So where'd she go? How'd she get there?
Some dude brought her over.
In what kind of truck?
Man, I couldn't tell you. I wasn't paying attention to that.
Did you see the dude?
I seen him, but I didn't, look to. I want to say he was skinny with glasses. Hell,
Don't worry about it.
oh, I'm not.
Okay, well, no, listen to me. I'm not worried about. What I'm getting at is this: Did she leave you any way to get a hold of her?
Yeah, she left her phone number.
3161.
Let me look. I think I got it here now. Well, you still there?
Yeah.
I think it's here. Yeah, here it is. 3161.
Okay, that phone number's no good no more.
Okay.
I mean, motherfucker. And what'd she tell you when she came over?
We looked, everywhere she went to look for the Harley parts. I said I already looked. She hit one spot that, I didn't look, because me and you kind of think alike when it comes down to the emergency. And she That's where.
Did she find the bike parts?
Huh?
Did she find the bike parts, or did you find the bike parts?
No. That was 2 days later.
Okay.
And, but I located the parts. I
Okay.
left,
Did it work?
I left one of the front cylinder with JC
Oh, God.
and took the other cylinder with me.
So, in other words, when I get out, I don't have a Nair fucking float pack. I don't have spark plugs, none of the parts. You guys got all the parts that were there.
Well, you can get them off my bike. I love you, man. I miss you, dude.
I know, I miss you too. I got you when I get out of here. Listen, I got legal questions. Can they enhance this third-degree felony?
Have you got a weapons charge?
A weapons? No.
Any aggravated charges?
No.
They might be able to paragraph you, but I don't think they'll enhance it.
Well, what's the difference between a paragraph and enhancement?
Well, paragraph's kind of the same in a lot of ways, but I don't see why that would happen. Or, you know, they really got to have a weapons charge or aggravated charge, if I remember reading in the book right. I've got my law books right here. I will.
Right. If you understood it the way they wrote it. Right.
Right. Because they wanted to paragraph me and enhance, but because I've never had a weapon or aggravated charge, they couldn't.
Okay. Well, now
I just went for it.
Well, you know, on that last case at Roots, they enhanced me, but because I took a plea bargain, they dropped enhancement. There was no weapons.
Well, I know what my lawyer told them. I mean, we take a lot of charges and accept a lot of shit because we're too scared to, and we ain't got the money to fight for what's right.
Or we don't know what we're doing, and
That's like if I had the money, I would take it to jury trial all the way on methamphetamine. I ain't seen methamphetamine since 1981.
Right.
We take certain chemicals to make that one drug, but I ain't got the money to take it to jury trial.
Right. Okay. Okay. So I doubt that. Question. Okay. So I say misdemeanors. I just now filed for my lawyer. They threw the application away again 2 weeks ago. 3 days ago, I redid an application. 4 days ago, I redid the application. How long do you think I'll sit here before I finally go in front of a judge with a lawyer?
First of all, you'll probably end up having your parole hearing first.
No, they're not going to do no hearing until all this shit's cleared up. I waived the right for a hearing because it's not going to matter because they're not going to let me out until this shit's cleared up. Once this shit's cleared up, we're going to have a revocation hearing. Once the revocation hearing is, they got up to 45 days to make a decision, and they can make me do up to whatever.
Whatever you got left. About my biggest worry, if I was you, bro, would be, getting convicted on the chick shit, and they're going two's going to eat up your other little times. And,
right. Well, like I said, I know that. Well, I'm not even worried about the two because if she don't show, and when the jury or the bench trial judge listens to the conversation, he's going to see that was an innocent phone call. There was no threatening. There was no dominating. There was no if you or if you don't. You know what I'm saying? There was none of that. It was a simple conversation. Look, man, if they make you go to court, just tell them you was drunk or tell them you forgot. And then, they
Courtney told me that the police officer is the one that she didn't file anything on you. She said the officer took it upon herself to try and make a case on you.
Well, now,
you have 1 minute remaining.
Oh, man, you hear this shit? I thought I needed to put money on
I love you, G.
I thought I needed to put money on this shit. Anyhow, listen, the cop told me that there would not be a warrant if somebody didn't file a charge and sign a paper. Which, we know she lies, but what girl don't lie?
You didn't have no warrants except a blue warrant when he arrested you.
No, I had 2 warrants. That's why he arrested me. Two assault cases. When I got here, there was 3.
That come up after you. That come up after, bro.
Huh?
That shit come up after. Trust me.
No, he arrested me on assault. I told him I didn't hit nobody.
I was right there when he said he got a warrant on a blue warrant.
No, he told me I got an assault case and then a blue warrant. They did it all together.
You missed that.
Yeah, you missed it.
Well, I'll try and contact Mamas.
Okay, that was the whole conversation between me and Terry Keene. And I'm going to read these statements for Terry Keene's arrest and my arrest on that phone call. And right here is the arrest for me on that phone call. And right here is the arrest on Terry Keene for that phone call. This is what kind of lying piece of shit Colorado City is. Trash. And I'm going to tell y'all something. When Patrick Toombs found out through the jailers that I found out how they got that indictment, he had to know in his heart. So he come to my cell and tried to look me in the eye. And when that man did try to look me in the eye and he knew I knew, Patrick Toombs caught pussy and ran down the hall. This is what they wrote for the arrest. During the conversation between S. Keene and T. Keene, S. Keene tells T. Keene to contact Mamas, who is identified as Kim Bynum, this is all a lie, to drop charges of assault, family violence, then states not to go to court if summons. S. Keene provides T. Keene with a phone number and address and tells him to ask her to not testify in the case or not show up in the court if summoned. A second call was made from S. Keene to T. Keene, which was recorded during this call. T. Keene tells S. Keene that he had made contact with Bynum and relayed the message. On February 7th, 2014, myself, the DA investigator Billy Sides, and the 32nd Judicial DA investigator Ronnie Steinler met with Bynum in the sheriff's office and confirmed that T. Keene contacted her. Let me show y'all something. In that phone call, you heard Terry Keene say he had to turn himself in. He was arrested 30-some days before he had to turn himself in. Right there, y'all. You see who that right there lawyer's name is? Kenneth Leggett. Kenneth Leggett, Terry Keene paid out of his pocket Kenneth Leggett's retainer fee. And Kenneth Leggett let Terry Keene and did nothing about it be illegally arrested off of these lies by Kelsey Alexander. Patrick Toombs, Billy Sides, and everybody else that was involved. The reason Kenneth Leggett wrote that he had told me on several occasions about the written material, like I read and start with, was because he knew they lied and did nothing. And the DA knew it, Patrick Toombs knew it, everybody knew it. Everybody knew it. And they still ran it through the courtroom. That's what y'all got for your vote, Mitchell County. That's what you got for your vote, 32nd District. Let me tell y'all something. Like the first video, I don't know how long it's going to take. But y'all know something for sure. I'll go to my grave trying to put Patrick Toombs in prison, Rick Grisham in prison, Billy Sides in prison, Sean Means in prison, the DA, the assistant DA, Kenneth Leggett in prison. Abilene is not safe with Kenneth Leggett. He is a bot man. This material that's filed in the courthouse in Mitchell County proves Kenneth Leggett is a bot man, and now he sits on the bench. It's lawyer time. It's lawyer time.